Divine Souls, welcome in. I am Divine Design Tarot, and today marks the beginning of a Spirituality 101 series that I am creating. In this video, we will be diving into intuition. More specifically, this video will describe what intuition is and how it functions. Before I get into that, keep in mind that I received all this information from the spirit realm or spirit world. If you're familiar with the Akashic Records, this is where I went in the spirit world to gather this research. I will probably be making videos about the spirit world, the Akashic Records, and spirit realm traveling in future videos within the Spirituality 101 series. Anyway, I'm so excited to share this information with you all. So without further ado, let's get started. What is intuition? Intuition is not separate from you, but a part of you. Intuition is like a pool of water. The amount of water and the strength of the current creates a certain flow. And this flow represents the amount of information and clarity of such information which your intuition receives. The flow of information can be blocked by mental and emotional filters like self-limiting beliefs or anxiety, acting as a metaphorical dam, blocking or stopping the flow of information. The presence of filters or blockages can influence the effectiveness of one's intuition. For example, there may be so many filters limiting the intuition's expression that one's intuition speaks to them in hardly recognizable whispers. If you choose to consciously clear away those filters, the messages from your intuition will become stronger, clearer, and easier to access. The word intuition comes from the Latin word of intuere. Forgive me if I completely murdered that pronunciation. But this Latin word means to look inside or contemplate. From the spirit realm's perspective, intuition simply means from within. In other words, intuition means gaining knowledge from within. Think of your intuition like a channel of communication, which connects us to an infinite reservoir of information. The available connections to distinct sources of information are also infinite. For example, intuition is a connection to the source of all life, or God, or whatever name that you have for a higher power. And that connection is rooted from within. Intuition is a connection to cosmic knowledge from within. When I say cosmic, this refers to any source that is metaphysical in nature. So this would include spirit guides, angels, the universe, your higher self, the spirit realm, the Akashic Records, etc. Intuition is a connection to timelines from within. When I say timelines, again, the possibilities are endless. This could be the historical past or your personal past lives. This could be possible timelines that are available to you now. Or this could be future timelines or future possibilities, alternate realities, future versions of yourself, etc. Anyway, I hope you get the point. The list goes on in the ways that intuition connects us to infinite sources of information from within ourselves. Now, let's get a little deeper in understanding by explaining how intuition functions. Intuition works like a channel of communication that is unique to your individual soul. Think of it like a radio. This radio is tuning into energetic frequencies. These different energetic frequencies represent the sources in which your intuition connects to when it is receiving information. Depending on what channel or source you would like to tune into, your intuition aligns with a certain frequency of energy accordingly. This frequency of energy matches the energy of the channel or source that we are talking about. Like a radio, sometimes your intuitive signal is strong or weak, such that the messages are either loud or quiet, clear or fuzzy. This is due to those filters that we talked about earlier. The ease of accessing one's intuition can be dampened by filters, aka mental or emotional states. In this case, these filters are not energetically aligned with the channel or source of information that your intuition is attempting to tune into. I call this phenomenon the funnel effect. Imagine intuition like an unlimited funnel of information. Filters such as limiting beliefs or worldviews, a lack of mental openness, layers of emotional reactions, and more have the power to narrow the funnel's opening. As the funnel becomes narrower, only a small percentage of information from the vast reservoir of infinite knowledge is allowed to come into your conscious awareness. So in the journey of strengthening your intuition, it's important to practice getting yourself in a neutral state, mentally and emotionally speaking. In line with the radio analogy, being in a neutral state widens the intuition signal or ability to receive messages. Being neutral will make it easier to access the specific channel of information that you intend to, receive the information itself, and trust that the information is accurate and objective. Now that we understand what intuition is and how it functions, let's focus on the ways that intuition shows up, or how intuition expresses itself in a practical sense. Here are a list of common experiences that occur when the intuition speaks up. You could feel physical sensations. This could manifest through gut feelings like a tightness, or even the sensation of feeling butterflies in your stomach. This could appear through feelings in the chest or experiencing body chills in reaction to stimuli. Intuition can also speak up through your thoughts, For example, this is when you just know something, but can't explain how. Keep in mind that intuitive messages could be manifested through a fleeting, passing thought that may not make logical sense in the moment. Intuition also speaks up through our whims and wishes. This refers to when something inside you says to act or to not act, to choose inaction. Again, these urges may seem random, but when it comes to intuition, there's always a rhyme and reason. Keep in mind that this list is not at all comprehensive. There are an unlimited amount of ways in which your intuition may express itself or may speak to you. How intuition manifests can be unique to each individual. For example, in my personal experience, my intuition speaks to me through energetic sensations that I feel in my heart space and in my brain. This is just a side note, but it's helpful to be aware that intuition functions in a non-linear way, since it doesn't follow step-by-step logic. Intuition may feel illogical or irrational at times, but you could be surprised by how accurate and meaningful the messages that you receive from your intuition are, especially when decision-making involves uncertainty, complexity, and emotional stakes. Okay, so that concludes the overview of what intuition is, how intuition functions, and how intuition expresses itself. I would like to end off the video with a technique that was suggested by my spirit guide. This technique involves visualization, and it is meant to strengthen your intuition. As we do the exercise, keep in mind that visualization takes on different forms depending on each individual's spiritual journey. You may vividly see what it is that you are visualizing. On the other hand, you may also see through a sense of energetically feeling or a sense of knowing. Now I'm going to guide you through this visualization technique to strengthen your intuition. Whenever you're ready, get yourself into a comfortable position. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Breathing in, hold, and breathing out. While in a meditative state, visualize your intuition in whatever way feels natural to you. Your intuition could look like an opening at the top of your head or an antenna reaching out. Pay attention to the details of your intuition. What does it look like? What does your intuition feel like? Take a moment to acknowledge that what you are visualizing is your intuition. After doing so, visualize your intuition being washed in white light. This white light is cleansing your intuition, transmuting limiting filters into their high vibrational counterparts. Visualize your intuition expanding, reaching out further and further into the space around you and beyond, and infinitely beyond. State the intention that as your intuition expands, your intuition's ability to receive becomes stronger and clearer. After visualizing this transformation, state these following affirmations with intention. It is easy to hear my intuition loud and clear. My intuition is cleansed and strong. I am strengthening my relationship to my intuition. I am learning to trust myself and my intuition. When you feel that the timing is right, accept these intentions and surrender them. I like to end my manifestation intentions with the phrase, "and so it is." Doing this is like telling the universe that you acknowledge the creative power being expressed through your intentions, and now you let them go. However, as always, do what feels best for you. Feel free to come back to this short visualization technique whenever you feel your intuition needs a little pick-me-up. By doing this visualization practice, you are not only validating your intuition's existence, but you are also manifesting a stronger connection to your intuition. The truth is that your intuition is already here and always has been, waiting patiently for you to listen. If this video resonated with you, please let me know in the comments, and feel free to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who might need to hear this information. If you're interested in more spiritual content from me elsewhere, check out my other social media pages, which the links of can be found in the description down below. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you may do so at divinedesigntarot.com. Anyway, I am wishing you all the best. I am sending you love and light. I hope to connect with you in the next one. Bye!